Hello, good afternoon. And today I'm giving lecture on web technologies. In this web technologies, today my topic is PHP. So before going to know about PHP, I would like to give small introduction on all 5 units, how it works according to J2 syllabus. The oldest model we know, client HTTP request response model. HTTP request response model. We have to know about this model before knowing any web applications like PHP. So this model is built for only static info. So here client will be and server will be. So small request and simple response will be. So this is a basic and static info client used to process the data. But this model has got a authentic model and starting model. After this model, we implemented one more topic. If client want to access a dynamic content, then there one step there it built servlets. Servlet topic introduced here only. If clients want dynamic content, then this is a simple HTTP request response model. So we cannot dynamic content means we have to process the objects. So objects means again we have to use Java. So there the foundation for servlets topic called servlets. Servlet, what servlet does? Servlet is a simple Java program, as we know. So it do some it do some work as a communicator between client and server. A servlet servlet uses one web container. It takes small HTTP request from the client. Web container take that request and process change to object, because servlet only understand object, and it give to servlet. By using some method, it process the data and give to web container. Again, it will transfer that data into a simple response, a client understanding purpose, request and response. Likewise, servlet works. Servlet means it's a communicator between client and server. After that, one more topic introduced. It's a JSP. JSP means Java Server Page. It is also like a servlet, but it advanced version of servlets. So here, server side languages we say it PHP. We use PHP, Java, Ruby. We use this language as a server scripting languages. And front side we use HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We use as a front side languages. So here according to J2 syllabus, PHP is in the web technologies unit 1, and HTML is unit 2, servlets are unit 3, and JSP is unit 4, JavaScript is unit 5. These are the 5 units of introduction about the 5 units in web technologies we're going to learn. So here my first unit is PHP. So what is PHP, how it going to use, what are the elements involved in PHP applications, what are the functions, method, classes we use PHP. We will know about remaining content. What is the scope of PHP? PHP is a server scripting language and powerful tool to make dynamic and interactive web pages. PHP widely used, free, efficient alternative competitors such as Microsoft ASP. Which means nowadays whatever website running in current market, 30%, 30 to 40% of web servers are running on PHP, making through PHP. So course outcomes. what student gain after knowing the PHP? No, gaining knowledge on how to write a simple application with technologies like HTML, PHP, XML, JavaScript, servlets, and JSPs, and understanding PHP language for server-side scripting. So, introduction to PHP. PHP is a server-side scripting language and powerful tool for making dynamic and interactive web pages. So by using PHP, we can make a dynamic web pages. So I told in HTTP model, client to server, it's only access the dynamic content, but to make a static content, to make dynamic content, we use PHP language. PHP is a versatile and widely used server-side scripting language. So versatile means we can use by using PHP, we can make a lot of web applications, websites. So like that we can make. That's why it's called versatile. PHP is a popular scripting language used for creating dynamic. I said it again. Dynamic pages and web applications. PHP term PHP is an acronym for Hypertext Preprocessor. Hypertext Preprocessor. What is acronym for PHP? Hypertext Preprocessor. It is a open source, interpreted, object-oriented server-side scripting language. It is open source. There is no need to pay anything to use PHP. It is a free. We can download and we can use it. History of PHP. PHP is developed by Rasmus Leoford in 1994. The very first version of PHP designed to the common gateway binaries which written in C programming language. Initial days PHP written in C languages. The latest version of PHP is nowadays what people are using PHP version 8, PHP version 8. Nowadays currently till 2022 till 22 we used version 8 of PHP. And HTML codes can also be written in PHP. Usually what we do, we embedded the code in HTML format. PHP code we embedded with first HTML we write, HTML we close tag, we close HTML. So in this inside the body we embedded PHP code. PHP. So like that we use HTML. In PHP codes are executed on the server side, whereas HTML codes are directly executed on the browser. So what are the characteristics of PHP? PHP it is a simple, efficient, secure, flexible. We can use anywhere. So PHP is one of the widely used open source general purpose scripting language for background development. Apart from let us see why we should learn it. PHP, why we should learn it? When I put a question, it is easy to learn, and nowadays people are using 30% of for web making. PHP used free of cost, no need to pay. Anywhere we can download. That's why it is called open source, flexible, easy to understand, easy to do coding in PHP. So next one, what are the applications of PHP? So as I said earlier, server side one is server side development programming language, and the second one is CMS, content management systems, and third, so in e-commerce, most of the e-commerce website are made up of PHP. These are the applications of PHP. Before knowing PHP, before we should know about PHP, we should have basic knowledge of these three. One is HTML, second one is CSS, third one is JavaScript. So HTML widely used for the web making. It is a simple and very low cost programming scripting language to make a website or web application. That is HTML. Yes, we know about HTML, hypertext markup language we use for making web. So CSS, cascading style sheets, to make code more elegant. We use this styles and all. JavaScript to give to that website, we use JavaScript side programming. So these are the three content we should know before knowing PHP. So as I said, PHP is a hypertext preprocessor. A PHP scripts executed on the server side because it is called by server side language. That is why we always executed on server side, and PHP free to download and use. Then next, what is PHP file? So how we will going to save the file .php? We give extension .php. .php, we will save the file. That is the extension of PHP. So what can PHP do? PHP can generate dynamic content. We can create, open, read, write, delete, and close files on the server. PHP can collect data. We can easily collect the data. PHP can send and receive cookies. We can also manage the cookies. PHP can delete, modify at any time in database. We can, by using PHP, we can delete, add, modify the data. PHP can be used to control user access because it is the simplest language. We can write it anywhere. It is a control user friendly. PHP can encrypt the data because we are using JavaScript. It is more encrypted, secure. PHP with PHP you are not limited to update HTML. So you cannot update HTML data. So we can edit images, files, PDFs, Flash movies. We can edit by using PHP. You can also output any text such as XML and XML. XML schemas, we can manage XML schema by using PHP. So basic syntax of PHP. How are we going to write PHP? In HTML, we use tags. So open tag and close tag. Close tag. HTML. So this is the syntax for the HTML. Inside it, we write body. As I said, like HTML, PHP braces we start. This is the PHP syntax. Close the PHP body. So here we write a code for the body for the PHP. This is the syntax for the PHP. So whenever we want to save the PHP file, we give extension .php. So without writing PHP here, this one, most of the servers this won't execute. Most of the servers this format won't execute. So we have to write full code PHP. So this is it. Next class we will learn more about PHP. Thank you so much.